Ladies, here's the truth. Dating an affluent man is not for every woman because there is a lot you have to compromise on, adjust to, and change to make that relationship work, and not every woman is cut off for that. Are you wondering if you have what it takes to date an affluent man? Well then, watch this video to find out. Hello elegant ladies, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ayanime. So ladies, when I had the idea to make this video, I decided that I didn't want to just share from my own experience. I wanted to talk to other women who have successfully dated and married affluent men so that they could share the experiences or the signs that helped convince them they were ready to step into that world of dating elite men. And that's exactly what I did. I spoke with 3 women. We'll call them Ella, Stella, and Tio, just off the top of my head. Stella and Ella are married to affluent men, while Tio is currently dating an affluent man and they are in a committed relationship. So I spoke with these 3 women, and what they shared with me is what I am going to share with you in this video. Not just that, number 7, which is the final sign, is something that I am going to share with you from my personal experience. So let's jump right in. The first sign that shows you are ready to date an affluent man is that you are no longer desperate. Tio explained to me that desperation is off-putting to affluent men. So when you come across as desperate, they immediately withdraw from you because a desperate woman is a dangerous woman. These are men who value their privacy and they will not allow any woman jeopardize that. The thing about this point is that you may think you are able to hide your desperation, but sometimes it shows up in very subtle ways. It could be you complaining when he doesn't respond to your messages quick enough or return your calls quick enough. It could be in you calling over and over and over and over, sending long messages. It could be in you complaining that the relationship is moving too slowly, or even asking for things too quickly. Most of us have been there. I mean, we all want the best. So meeting that wholesome affluent man can make you so excited and so eager to make things work that you end up making mistakes that can come across as you being desperate. So I asked you how women can tone down desperation in this case, and she said, calm down. It was so funny the way she said it. She just said, calm down. Just take a deep breath and calm down. Operate in your femininity. Allow him pursue you. He actually enjoys that, and seek to add value first before you start asking for things. I have a video on this, okay, where I talk about how you can get what you want from a man, and I said you have to first become a woman of value. I'll leave the card right here. Go watch that video so you can see how you can add value when you are dealing with a man. I'm going to add one thing here regarding this point. All that energy that you are focusing on him, focusing on trying to manipulate and make things work, is coming from this limiting mindset that meeting this affluent man is a one-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and that if you miss it, that's the end. Otilo, it's over for you. But I'm here to tell you that that is not true. So take all that energy that you're focusing outwards and start focusing it inwards. Level up your life and build yourself so much that going to places where you meet affluent men becomes a natural occurrence. This way you get to choose who you want to date and not just accepting whatever is available. I have a video on signs that show you are desperate in a relationship. Again, I'll leave the card here. Watch that video so that you know how to work on these things, okay? Sign number 2 is when you are no longer impressed by his pedigree. Yes, he is affluent. Yes, he is well-traveled, well-educated, travels in elite circles. That's all fine and good, but that should not impress you if none of that pedigree is beneficial to you. I'm sure we all have that one person or know of that one person that is always talking about how they know this affluent man, but when you look at their life, that is not reflected in their life. I don't think you want to be that person. Ella shared with me that yes, when she was dating her now husband, then boyfriend, she was glad he was affluent, but she had to keep reminding herself that this should not impress her so much that she starts accepting breadcrumbs from him. So she fully allowed herself to be impressed by all his connections and his net worth when all of that started benefiting her. Ella also shared that learning how to not be impressed by a man's net worth or being carried away by the power that comes with his status will help you stay grounded, which is going to show up in the way you conduct yourself around him, which in turn is to your advantage. Your mindset should be, so you drive luxury cars. How does that benefit me? You know XYZ. How does that benefit my business or career? You are well traveled. How does that benefit my need to also travel? Don't forget that this is a man who has women fawning over him and doing crazy things to impress him. So when you go the other way, he's actually intrigued. Let me share this story with you. This just happened recently. My friend had a dinner with somebody, and when she got to the restaurant, she was in the elevator with a person and she didn't know who this person was. Honestly, it just goes to show the psychology, right? So she's in the elevator with this person and the person says, "Hello, you smell good." She says, "Oh, thank you." He says, "Are you here to meet someone for dinner?" She says, "Yes." He says, "He's such a lucky person." She says, "Thank you." And he keeps looking at her like he's waiting for her to recognize him. You know that look? We're like, wait, are you telling me they don't know me or something? And she honestly didn't know him and she just walked out of the elevator. When she got back home, she was like, "No, wait, I think I met somebody in the elevator. I think it's somebody that is prominent." And I was like, "Who do you think it is?" And she said, "Wait." She Googled his name and lo and behold, it was the person. What does that tell you? From the honest perspective of her not knowing who he was intrigued and wanted to get to know her because he's used to women, recognizing him and wanting to, probably giving him signals and doing all those ridiculous things. Ladies, when you show a man how impressed you are by his money, you have automatically given him the go-ahead to look down on you or for him to put you in that box labeled gold digger. And I'm sure you don't want that. I'm very, very sure you don't. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying you shouldn't be happy and, ecstatic that you've met an affluent man, especially a wholesome one. Please go right ahead. Scream, dance, tell God thank you. But do that in the privacy of your home. Do that with your girlfriends, okay? So that when you are with him, you are able to stay grounded and not so impressed by him. Let him feel that affluent men come in and out of your life and he's just one of them. Now, number 3, and this is when you are no longer emotionally demanding, clingy, or needy. If you require constant reassurance, attention, care, you cannot function without your partner, or you want him there with you managing every second of the day, then dating an affluent man is not for you. Successful men value their careers and businesses. Making money is important to them, and that's always a very highly stressful endeavor. So if he has to be at your beck and call, he has to now come and help you manage your emotions, this can become a burden to him and this can make him withdraw from you. Dating you would then be like dating a child, and nobody wants that. Too many emotionally needy conversations or interactions is repulsive. It is not attractive. I mean, think about it. If you've ever had a man chase you and he was so needy and clingy, you'd be like, "No, please, I don't want it." On the other hand, this doesn't mean that you should not talk about what your needs are. Not at all. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't demand attention and care when that is not being given to you. The only thing we as a collective we're saying here is that there has to be a balance. So there are a few things here that can help you know when you have stopped becoming emotionally demanding. When you are able to manage your insecurities, which is the root of neediness and clinginess, and you are able to self-soothe if you are feeling emotionally volatile, you've learned how to communicate your needs without losing it, and you also know how to distract yourself, or you even have other healthy coping mechanisms, then you are ready to date an affluent man. This particular point brings back so many memories for me, and there was a time when I was very, very emotionally needy, very emotionally clingy, and I guess I'm just lucky that the person I was with at the time understood what was going on with me and really helped me walk through that. He actually taught me how to compartmentalize. You know how sometimes when something happens in your relationship and you are not able to function anywhere else, you become so down, and sometimes you can even go lie down and just wait for that issue to resolve itself so that you can feel better. Some women feel like this. I used to feel like that, but the person I was with at the time helped me understand that if something happens in the relationship, maybe we're having a disagreement or something, it is not the end of the world. Just understand that you're going to deal with that and then go do what you have to do. That's compartmentalization, and he taught me that. I was just lucky to have that kind of person. You may not be so lucky, so it's important for you to know how to compartmentalize so that this doesn't ruin your relationship with an affluent man. Sign number 4 is when you do not feel inferior to him or intimidated by affluence. Ladies, it is so easy to see this affluent, powerful man as a superior being. It is so easy to look at yourself and wonder, why me? Why is he with me? There's something wrong. Can't he see these other beautiful women? It is easy to focus on all your shortcomings, the real ones and the ones that are just in your head, because you cannot believe that this man chose you. Let me tell you something. Even affluent man is pursuing you intentionally, putting in the work and the effort to get to know you better. Then that tells me one thing and one thing alone. You are worth getting to know. So all these self-limiting and negative thoughts should not even be in your head. There is always something about your life that should boost your self-confidence. Okay, you don't own a car, but guess what? You are building your business. You are building your company. Okay, you're not well traveled. Fine. But you are working on getting your degree. Never ever talk down on yourself in front of a man, affluent or not. Because when you do it often enough, he will start to believe you. You cannot go around saying things like, I know I don't have the kind of money you do, but that doesn't mean that you should be doing things like, no. Not at all. Once you say this, you give him a clear picture of how you see yourself. Take away the education, take away the money, take away the exposure and all the wonderful net worth and network, and you realize that you are dealing with a man with very simple needs. He probably doesn't care that you're not well traveled or you don't have a car, or he doesn't even see it as a problem because he knows that that's something that he can easily fix. So you shouldn't be fixated on that. Another aspect to this is that courtesy of him, you are going to meet other affluent people. You're going to experience new things. Your world is going to open up in exciting ways, which is amazing. But do not allow yourself to be intimidated by these people. The simple fact that you are in the same place with them means you did something right. So conduct yourself elegantly and just enjoy being there. Now number 5. But before I get into number 5, ladies, take a moment to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Like this video, share it with somebody who will need this information, because this is your little way of supporting me. I'm going to take a pause and allow you to do that. Have you done that? You have? Great. Thank you so much. Now, number 5. Number 5 is when you are grounded and sure of yourself. Power is attractive. It is so easy to get swept up in the whirlwind of it all. The travel, the money, the shopping, the affluence. It is so easy to lose yourself. If you are a woman with personal goals and dreams, you have to be grounded before stepping into that world. Because if you are not grounded, you will start to change. Little changes here and there just so you could fit into his world. Some of those changes will be good, which is fine, but some can also be very bad for you. You do not want to wake up 5 years down the line and wonder where your life has gone to, or come to the realization that you ignored your own dreams, your goals, just so you could be with this man. The worst can be changing your core beliefs for him. You have to be grounded. You have to be sure of yourself and what you want and be unapologetic about it. Don't forget that this man is the one with the money. He's the one with the power to a certain level, and he has control over when you guys go out, when you travel together, the level of luxury or the amount of luxury items you get to shop. He has control over those things, right? But you also have a say. You have to be stubborn enough to say, this is important to me and I want it done this way or that way. This was me. I have an ex who would tell me, you are so stubborn, you are so unbelievably stubborn. And I would smile and say, yeah, I know, but all the same, this is what I want. I don't want the other one. I'm not going to be happy with the other one. You have to be so sure of yourself. I cannot stress this enough, because I have seen instances where women lost themselves because of money. Money is attractive. Money is intoxicating. Money is powerful. It's so easy to get lost in all of it. Be grounded. Be grounded. Be grounded. That is so important. And to wrap up this point, let me just let you know this. This is a man who is used to people doing his bidding. So when you find a way to communicate that this is important to you, you're standing your ground, that becomes attractive. Now, number 6, and that is when you are ready to make adjustments. Ladies, Stella shared with me that dating an affluent man is a different ball game entirely. Before she met her husband, the person that she was with, she was used to seeing him every day, spending hours on the phone with him. But when she met her husband, she had to change, she had to adjust because the man is busy. But one thing I love about their relationship is that even though he is busy, you can see that he adores her because he's always making plans to fit her into his day, into his schedule, so they can spend time together. But all the same, she had to adapt. All those 8 hours phone calls doesn't work here. She also had to get used to sometimes not seeing her husband for weeks, especially when he's out of the country. Ladies, I cannot even begin to cover all the adjustments you would have to make, but if you feel that you are prepared, you have the necessary skills to cope, and you are also comfortable making those changes, then you are ready. And now number 7, the one that is from my personal experience, and that is when you are ready or willing to walk away from it all. This is not about going into a relationship and hoping for it to fail. This is going into this relationship with the understanding that if for whatever reason this man starts to switch up on you, you will walk away no matter how painful or no matter how much you have to downsize your life. I shared on this channel, it was in a workshop. I had a workshop with some women, Access Your Dating Life workshop. I'll leave the link in the description. You can get the replay. I shared with them that a couple of years ago, I was essentially a kept woman. I'm not kidding. My ex at the time took care of everything. My rent, clothing, shoes, feeding, my phone, my MacBook. I even had allowance. But when that relationship soured and became detrimental to me, I had to walk away. It was painful. It was heartbreaking. But guess what? I walked away, I survived, and I'm thriving. It was in the midst of that pain that I came up with the Assess Your Dating Life journal. It is a journal that has questions that will help you critically assess your dating life. You're going to figure out what your boundaries are, what your compromises are. I'll leave the link in the description. Get that journal for yourself. It is editable on any device, okay? And it is really going to help you take a critical look on your dating life and how you can do things things differently. If you go into a relationship with an affluent man with the mindset that this must work, I do not care what I have to go through or what I have to do, I will take anything, accept anything, even if it is physical abuse, verbal abuse, emotional abuse, I don't care, then I strongly believe that you are making a really horrible decision. No money is worth you living in pain for the remainder of your life. Dating an affluent man can be really challenging, so you need to know when to draw the line. If you are not being treated as the queen you are, you should not be there. If the money you are receiving comes with pain, comes with disrespect, comes with abuse, controlling or narcissistic behavior, then that's money that is not worth having. This is why it is absolutely important for you to have a life independent of its own. This is why you need to continue pursuing your career, your business, your personal goals and your dreams, because those things are things that you can always fall back on if the relationship doesn't work out. A smart woman enjoys being taken care of, even as she prepares for certain situations. So be a smart woman. I have a video on reasons you shouldn't date or marry a man no matter how rich or affluent he is. And I'm going to leave the card right here for you to watch after this video. And that's it for today's video, ladies. I would love to hear your thoughts. Share them in the comments section. I look forward to reading them. In the next video, which comes up in a few short days, I am going to share with you reasons why you are not attracting men. An interesting topic, right? I'm sure it is. So do subscribe to the channel and turn on post notification so that you do not miss that video at all. I am also going to leave one other video for you right here. That video shares reasons why you should date or marry an affluent man. Yes, I have a video on why you should not, and I have a video on why you should. So I'll just leave the card here for you to watch those videos. As always, ladies, be kind to yourself, and I'll see you in those videos. Bye.